back to the channel. Our third and last day in Guangzhou was totally dictated by the weather. It was still freezing, with drizzles on and off the whole day, but we were determined to still explore. The morning was a total hit as we got to explore the gorgeous Shamian Island. But the afternoon? Well, let's just say our trip to a famous park didn't exactly go as planned. So, how did it all unfold? Let's jump right in and take you through the day. Once again, we stepped out in the morning to wander the streets around our hotel. It had sort of become our little routine. And the one thing we never skipped? Grabbing some freshly steamed buns from the street vendor just across the road. That day though, he was extra busy. His tiny setup was swarmed with locals. Clearly, his food was a hit. This guy seriously seemed to have a magic cooking machine. He just kept loading more and more varieties of food as the day went on. From buns to skewers to things I didn't even know, it never stopped. You could tell he was a super hard-working guy, and he did it all with a smile. Once we grabbed our goodies, we headed to the nearby pedestrian street to find a spot to sit and snack in peace. My favourite coffee chain was right there too. Perfect combo. Street food to munch on and then a drink from Luckin Coffee. So Luckin Coffee is back there and we're going to go there and get a drink. I'm super excited because I love Luckin Coffee, even though I've only had it one time before. So let's go.
You want to try this?
Is this even a QR code? Ordering drinks wasn't as easy as we thought. Everything had to be done through the app.
It's a washing treatment.
It was all new for us, and the three of us kept going back and forth trying to figure it out. Thankfully, with a little help from the store staff, we finally got it done. I grabbed myself an apricot tea, and it was seriously good. Sweet, refreshing, and those little apricot chunks were so delicious. We started walking back towards the hotel, and on the way, we spotted this little local restaurant that just looked too inviting to walk past. So we went in. With that freezing weather outside, we were definitely in need of a nice hot spicy meal, and that's exactly what we ordered. I've never been interested in soupy dishes, but that morning we ordered beef noodles and it was absolutely delicious. So warm and comforting, especially in that cold weather. And the meat was so tender and flavoursome. After that lovely breakfast, we didn't hang around the hotel for too long. Just enough to recharge a little. Then it was time to head out and explore. There was a popular place nearby that we really wanted to check out. And rather than hailing a taxi, we walked. place in Guangzhou, which was once a foreign trading post during the colonial era. Now it's a charming mix of old buildings with European architecture and cozy cafes. Yeah, I think that looks like they're fishing in that lake, and there's a cute dog. It looks like there's seafood inside that bag, whatever it is. Alright, let's go check out the place. It's beautiful, isn't it? Honestly, the first thing that hits you is just how peaceful and charming this whole place feels. Everything's clean, the gardens are perfectly trimmed, the pathways are spotless. It's the kind of spot where you just want to slow down and enjoy the vibe. There was this building with some sort of expo going on, so we went in to have a quick look. Inside, there were heaps of local handicrafts, ranging from artwork, traditional dresses, paintings, and handmade jewellery. It was actually really fun to check out. And I'll tell you what, by now I had a pretty good idea of how amazing the Chinese are when it comes to interiors and decor. They really know how to present a place beautifully. As we were strolling through the streets, we came across this stunning old building. And guess what? It's now a Starbucks. What a perfect setting for a cafe. We had to go in and check it out. Plus, after all that walking, we needed a break. they transformed this historic building into Starbucks. No wonder everyone is busy taking pictures. We heard some music coming from a nearby church, so we followed the sound and started walking towards it. Meanwhile, every step along the way felt like a photo opportunity. The place was just beautiful. Okay, that was the end of the touristy street, so we took a quick photo over there. I'm guessing that says Shamian Island. Let's see what my dad captured. Was the church where the music was coming from, so we went in to have a quick look. After checking out the church, we felt like we'd explored enough for the morning, and we were getting pretty hungry, so we decided to make our way out. It turned out to be a great morning, and Thankfully, the rain stayed away, allowing us to explore the place. Our hotel was not too far away, but remember, we wanted to walk back. Exactly sure what was going on there, but I'm guessing all of that was for aquariums or something. And those leaves? No idea. Maybe fish food. Anyway, speaking of food, we were all getting hungry, so we headed straight to the food court. We were back at the food court, which is literally right next door to our hotel. That's convenience on a whole other level. Honestly, I miss that place. So many food options, and the best part was we always ended up going during non-busy times, which meant we could properly explore all the different shops and easily find a seat wherever we wanted. You'll see in our future videos on how hectic it got at other food courts in the places we visited. This one was a dream in comparison. There were so many options to choose from. We used the translator app and ended up ordering some spicy beef noodles. And while we waited for it to be prepared, we were already busy discussing what to eat next. That meal turned out to be one of our favorites from the whole trip. The roasted chickpeas on top were such a nice touch, and even though it was a bit spicy, I actually really enjoyed it. That definitely wasn't going to be enough, so we went looking and found another stall selling fried rice. And seriously, who could say no to that kind of yumminess? That fried rice was so flavorful. Even just watching the video now makes my mouth water. And my mum ordered the spicy rolled noodle dish, which turned out to be amazing too. I didn't forget getting myself some bubble tea. After that super satisfying meal, we headed back to the hotel for a bit of rest, watched some TV, and just chilled for a while. Then we decided it was time to head out and check out a nearby park. The weather was gloomy and it kept drizzling on and off, so going to a park might not have been the best idea, but of course, that's exactly what we did. So there we were at one of Guangzhou's famous parks. Just happened to choose the absolute worst day to visit. Not much was happening there given the weather conditions, but we were already there, so we went on to explore the park. Surprisingly, we weren't the only ones there. Rain or no rain, that park was actually really beautiful. The pathways were super well done, and on normal days, there's even a little buggy you can hop on to go around. If it wasn't raining, we definitely would have gone for a boat ride. That's the buggy I mentioned earlier, but we were not sure of its timings. All of a sudden, the drizzle picked up, so we gave up on our plan to explore the park and decided to leave. We were just hoping to find our way back to the entrance without getting totally lost. This is where things got a bit creepy. We ended up in a part of the park where we didn't see a single soul. To top it off, Apple Maps was playing up. Honestly, it was quite spooky out there. Sorry guys, we did freak out a bit there. But turns out we were just one tiny lane away from the path leading to the main gate. We were actually hoping to come back to this park later in the trip on a nice sunny day. That visit to the park totally wrecked our shoes. And also we struggled to get a taxi. It was peak hour and raining, so we ended up waiting quite a while in that freezing weather. We finally got back to the hotel and took some much needed rest. And later that night, we once again set out to the pedestrian street. Such a fun night in Guangzhou. We grabbed a lot of food to take back to the hotel, and I even tried doing a little food review. Oh my god, it's so long. Okay, time to try them. Oh my god, that's so good. This potato stick, it was so delicious. That's delicious. Okay, that was low-key embarrassing. But hey, I really enjoyed that delicious food. Looking back at these clips honestly makes me miss China already. Anyway, that's it for today's video. But we'll be back real soon with our next stop, the beautiful city of Hangzhou. So stay tuned and see you later!